What is up, you guys? It's Jake Clark and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you want some more videos. I post every Monday, but today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different, and we're going to be talking about how I was on Wipeout. First of all, I can't even believe that I was even on the show. It's just crazy to me that I used to watch the show like ever since I was a kid, and how funny like that I was on it. I watched it my whole childhood. But anyways, you guys, I was on Wipeout. I can't even believe it. And my episode just aired as you're watching this right now. So, hi future Jake. I have no idea what was shown of me on TV while I'm filming this right now because I haven't seen the episode yet. I'll see it tomorrow, but I'm very nervous. I know I'm gonna look really funny. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit like how I got casted, a little bit of the experience, and show you guys some behind the scenes footage that you wouldn't normally get to see on the show. So first of all, we'll start with how I got casted. And how I got casted was, I follow a few casting directors on Instagram, and one of them posted looking for people to come on Wipeout, and I was like, this is so funny. And so I screenshotted it, and then I texted a picture to my friend Tyler, because they were looking for duos. And I texted to Tyler, I was like, should we do it? And I was totally joking. I was so joking. And I sent it to Tyler, and he's like, yo, maybe we should. And we were just totally joking around about it. Like, we kept making jokes like, oh, did you apply for Wipeout yet? And then Tyler went online and filled out the whole form for us and sent it in. And I didn't know. He texted or called me and he was like, Jake, I sent in the Wipeout application. I was like, oh my gosh, no way. And we were expecting nothing from it. Like, we did not think we were gonna hear back from Wipeout. And then they called Tyler and they were like saying how they were interested. And I was on a run and Tyler called me. He's like, Jake, like they might want us on Wipeout. So he calls me and tells me this. I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's like, you need to fill out the application too so they can approve us. So I sent in my application as well. And then we were so excited about it. And then they called us again and they were like, you need to find a third person to do it with. Like, you need to find a girl to join your team. There needs to be 3 of you guys. So then we hit up our friend, her name's Raina. And we called her and like, do you want to do it with us? And she was like, yeah, for sure. So she comes over and the Wipeout team Zooms us. And it was so funny in our Zoom. It was the 3 of us. They were like, show us how you jump over the big red balls. And they asked us all these questions like, why do you want to be on Wipeout? Show us your best battle cry at the top of the Wipeout course. So yeah, we did our interview with all 3 of us. And it went super well. And then a few weeks later, they called us back and they're like, I'm so sorry, you guys, but we actually decided that we're only doing duos this season, so one of you can't come on the show. And unfortunately, our friend Raina didn't get to join us on the show.
You are?
But Raina, we would have loved to have you, and I don't know, we feel bad. But Raina opted out. She's like, don't worry about it, you guys. You guys were gonna do it first. So me and Tyler are like, okay, we're gonna move forward in the casting process. However, they still didn't even pick us. So we did that. I think we had to fill out another application. And then literally, we didn't hear anything for months. And so we were like, okay, so I guess they didn't choose us. I guess it's a lost cause. And then months and months go by, and finally we get an email and they're like, congratulations, we've selected you to be on Wipeout. And the filming day was the next week. So it was super crazy. And we were so excited to go get to do it. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the experience. It was so crazy. So obviously it was peak COVID, so we had to get a lot of COVID tests beforehand and whatnot. I remember we had to get COVID tested 3 days before at the Wipeout site. So we drive over and we go to the testing site and we could see a little bit of the course while we pulled in. Like, you couldn't see that much, but we were like, oh my gosh. Like, you see it on TV, but it is so much huger. I don't know if that's a word, but it's so much bigger in person. So then we go home and then finally it is Wipeout day. And every single team has to have a team name and a kind of little, you know, gimmick about them. It has to be something silly. And so they decided our team name would be the G Cuties, which is so embarrassing. Like, as if we're like GQ models. It's so funny. And then we had to like take off our shirt on all the obstacles. It was so funny. Oh, but the crew was so awesome and everyone was so awesome. I don't even know what I'm rambling on about. But yeah, it was such a crazy process. We had to get there at like some insane time, like 5 a.m.
We just got to the Wipeout course. I forgot to vlog earlier, but it's like 5 a.m. We had to get here at 5 a.m. so I woke up at 3 a.m. and I got 1 hour sleep. Tyler got like 4, maybe.
A few.
And we're just super Excited.
Nervous. Hold on.
These are our new friends.
Hi.
Olivia and Cameron.
Did we get it right?
What? Do you remember our names?
Tyler and
Why am I forgettable? Am I forgettable?
You're so forgettable. Just kidding.
James.
And get COVID tested and then head into the facility. And we did the first round. And so the first round is the qualifier. And we started with 9 teams. And the top 6 teams in that round move on to the next round. So we went, and guys, I cannot even explain to you how hard it is. And it was freezing. Basically, a lot of the episodes were filmed a lot earlier, but ours was filmed in the middle of winter. So it was so cold. We had to wear full body suits and life vests and a shirt underneath, and you guys, the wetsuits were so tight, you could not breathe. I was like going through everything. So yeah, it was time for the first round, and that was the qualifier. And the 9 teams go, and me and Tyler went, and I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be so easy. Like, this looks so easy on TV. I can cross those big red balls. And I ate so many times. Like, you'll be running and a sweeper arm would come smack you out of nowhere. So anyways, that first round is designed for you to fall off. You go on those obstacles, and I don't think I passed any one of them. Yeah, we finished the first round, and since we fell off every obstacle, we were like, we did awful. Like, there's no way. Our time was probably awful. And I wanted so bad to be funny on camera, but I just was so exhausted from these obstacles, like I could not breathe. It was probably not funny at all. And we got to the end, and we finished, and they like told us our time. I forgot what it was, and we're like, well, that was an awful time. We're gonna get eliminated first round. So then we go back to the holding room. We're chilling in there, and everyone finishes their obstacles, and all the times have been complete. And basically what happens is an announcer guy comes into the room with everyone, and they reveal everyone's scores and what place they came in to all of us. So we have no idea. So we find out, and they announce it to all of us. They're like, in first place is blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't us. Me and Tyler are thinking to ourselves, if we got through this round, we definitely got like 6. Like, there's no way we got through. And then they're like, in second place, Jake and Tyler. And we're like, what? Like, let's go. We got second place. We're moving on to the next round. We were just shocked. And then the next round is the gauntlet. That's what it's called. And guys, this thing is crazy. You cannot tell on TV, but it is insane. So basically how it worked is the first place, the third place, and fifth place teams from the first round had to compete against each other. And then the second place, fourth place, and sixth place teams had to compete against each other. So we were in the second group because we got second. And how it works is it's basically a race to the finish. So you have to do the whole gauntlet, and whatever team, like both members have to get to the finish dock, and whatever team gets there first is the winner. It goes on to the Wipeout zone. And so we had some good competition against us. We were super, super nervous. I was so nauseous that whole day. I was just so sick from how tight the wetsuit was, and you know, a lot of the obstacles are very dizzying. Anyway, so this obstacle was crazy. Basically, you had to like jump onto this moving sweeper arm, but you're like 6, I don't even know how many stories in the air. It's crazy. So you like do a free fall and jump onto this moving sweeper arm, and I go on this like trapeze thing. I don't even know. You guys have to watch it. It was crazy. And there's 3 sections to it. And each section, you couldn't move on to the next section until you and your partner reached the end of that section, if that makes any sense. So luckily on the first section, me and Tyler did not mess up at all. And we got to the end of the first section. And so we were in first place. And then we finished the second section, and then we get to the third section, and this part was so hard. There was 2 options to get to the end. So in the third section, you could either do, it was called like the French fry wheel or something, and you had to jump onto this moving platform, but you couldn't kneel on it, you had to stand up on it. And there's these like spinning sweeper arms that would like hit you. I don't even know how to explain it. Or you could take the lollipop route, but it was this circular thing. It would spin really fast, and you had to like jump on it and then jump off. I kept trying the lollipop one, and it was spinning so fast, and I get so dizzy, and I couldn't stand up. And so I was like, I don't know how much longer I could do this. And then the girl from our team does the French fry one, and she completes it and gets to the end zone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose. But she made the French fry one look so easy. And so then I run into the French fry one, and I just like close my eyes, you guys, and run through the bars without looking, and somehow I didn't get hit. And I make it to the finish dock. So now there's me and this girl at the finish dock, and we're both waiting on our partners. And Tyler and the other guy were like head to head. They both kept doing the french fries, and they would both keep getting so close to the end and falling off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way we're gonna win this. I'm like, Tyler, you need to pull through right now. And Tyler was like nowhere to be seen. He was like resting on the ladder, and I'm like, Tyler, hurry up, we need to win. So then he finally stands up, and I knew if Tyler didn't get it this round, like, this guy was gonna get it the next time. And Tyler runs and he makes it through the sweeper arms and gets to the finish dock, and we won. So we got to move on to the wipeout zone. And then the guy just wanted to try and complete it, and he gets it the next time. So he literally would have had it if Tyler wouldn't have pulled through. So shout out Tyler for pulling in clutch, and we won the gauntlet. So then after that, that's a wrap on the day. We actually had to come back at a later date for the wipeout zone. So we were up against these two people. They were named Gilbert and Michelle, and they were the other winners of the gauntlet in the 1-3-5 set. Like, we were the winners of the 2-3-6, and they won the 1-3-5. And so we had to face them for the wipeout zone. And let me just say, I knew we were screwed when we were going up against them. These people, Gilbert and Michelle, like, they were just scaling through every obstacle, and they would just beat everyone by landslides. Like, even in the first round, their time was so much better than ours. So we were like, there's no way we win. Like, this is not gonna happen. And how the wipeout zone works was there's 4 obstacles to the wipeout zone, but your partner has to do 2 and you have to do 2. So you have to choose if you're gonna do the first half or the second half. And the second half was very much balance oriented, and the first half was more, you had to get shot out of the cannon, which I really wanted to do. I'm so upset I didn't get to do it. And then there was this huge, like, massive plinko wall that you had to do. But we figured Tyler should do it because he's taller, so he'd be able to get to the middle of the plinko wall faster. But I had to do the last 2 obstacles, and they were so hard. Like, they were spinning so fast. You filmed the wipeout zone at like 1 a.m. at night. It was so late. We were exhausted. And it was so cold out, you guys, that there was literally ice on the course. When I would fall, my hand would be in ice. It was freezing. So anyways, Tyler goes, he gets shot out of the cannon, and he completes the first 2 obstacles. He does it in a pretty quick time. And then I do the next obstacle. I fall off once, then complete it the second time. And then the final obstacle just got me. I had to do it 3 times. It was so hard. I got to the finish dock on my second try, and I was holding on, but I fell off the finish platform, so I had to swim all the way back and try one last time, and I got it on the 3rd time, but I was like, there's no way we win. Gilbert and Michelle are so fast. And we had to go watch Gilbert and Michelle's run. And so they did their run, and we're watching, they're going so fast. We're like, there's no way. But they did fall the same amount of times. So when they finished, we were like, it's kind of anybody's game. We had no idea who was gonna win. So then we go onto the finish deck, and they're about to announce the winner. And John Cena and Nicole Byer are hosting, and we're looking up at them, like, about to announce the winner, and they go, we just want you guys to know this is the closest wipeout times in wipeout history. You guys were off by, like, I think it was 1 or 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh no, are we really about to lose by 1 or 2 seconds? And they're like, and the winner of Wipeout is Gilbert and Michelle, and we're like, are you kidding me? Like, we lost by 2 seconds. How sad. How sad that we were that close to $25,000 by a second. A second. Like, if I would have just ran faster at the beginning, or, like, there's so many things I could have done differently, and I could have had $25,000. But no, we got second. That's okay. That's okay. But guys, overall, it was just the most fun experience ever. Shout out to all the crew of Wipeout and TBS. We had the best time. We're probably gonna look a little crazy and a little bit stupid, but life is too short to take yourself seriously. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm so sorry I didn't upload on my normal uploading day of Monday, but I had to wait till Tuesday to post because Wipeout comes out on Tuesday. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see any more, if you have any ideas in the comments down below, and we'll see you next Monday. Back to our normal posting schedule. Oh, and make sure to pre-save my new song, Growing Older Means Doing It Without You. You can find the link in the description, and I think my music video is coming out on Monday for it. Either Monday or like Sunday. I'll keep you guys posted. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week. Peace.